but there is no monotony, I guess, because every day is a different day with all these new updates, and there's just so much happening, right, Justin?
Uh, you, just making sure that we're in touch, and what I mean by we, as in touch, not just my clients, but my colleagues. The profession of immigration law is fairly tight knit. To specialize specifically in business immigration, there's just not like a whole lot of individuals in the field when you really look at it compared to all types of law. And it's really been about just staying informed, between ALA and consular updates. And, there's resources that we have available to us as attorneys. But the best resource, I think, is just the anecdotal information that you procure from your colleagues. I think that over these past couple months, I in group chats that have been more active over these past few months than they've probably been in years. And it's been very interesting to kind of work through everything together, but also to kind of get heads up on things, trends that are being seen in adjudications, RFEs, port of entry issues, like all that kind of stuff, and being able to pass that information on to our clients, proactively rather than reactively, waiting for that RFE with that new kind of issue to it and then bringing it up instead of addressing it at the outset when you're filing the H-1B because you're cognizant of that information. So that's really what I've been doing to try and stay informed. We are keeping track. We have some people who, through litigation, had fraud findings removed from their records, and they for the most part gone abroad for visas, and we've been tracking, what's the success rate of the visa, what's the success rate of the port of entry, what kind of issues are they seeing if they're put in secondary inspection, and all of that allows us to document traction. And that's what I think is going to be really important over this year and the next couple of years, sure that everyone is aware and on the same page about like sort of not only the do's and don'ts, but the wheres in terms of where it's a good idea to travel, from outside the U.S. into the U.S. Where are the consulates that are more problematic, and then, what kind of H-1Bs are you seeing the biggest issues with? So I think all of that stuff's been relevant, and we're kind of done with that first quarter. We've gone through and we're starting to actually have data. We're actually starting to be able to look and see what are the denial rates, what are the trends, what are the RFEs, what are the site visit issues. So all of that stuff is relevant, and hopefully we can pass on some of that information today.